Hello everybody, my name is Zander Cloud, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be starting a new series, History with Zander Cloud. And today, we are going to be starting off from the very beginning, from when humans first appeared on the world. So, let's get on with it. So, before we go into some of the events, we gonna talk about some of the changes, or some things that are different from our modern world shape. So there's some land bridges, one from mainland Europe to the British Isles, second from the Indochina area to the western half of Indonesia and Malaysia, and there's another one to Japan. And the mainland Canada and Canadian islands are connected, and the Persian Gulf doesn't exist. And the Caribbean islands were larger, and also the Americas were a little bit larger. And the Great Lakes were not such a thing. And also, Istanbul doesn't connect to the Mediterranean Sea. It connects to the Black Sea, not to the Mediterranean, considering Greece has these islands, and they were once all connected by one landmass. And also, Australia connects to the Northern Islands, and Siberia was a little bigger on the east way. Alright. So the first actual event, in 200,000 BC, modern humans first appear in the Horn of Africa. Next, from 200k to 180k BC, there is expansion into the southern and northern Africa. And 179k to 136k BC, humans leave Africa to India. And then 135k to 110k BC, humans reach China. And 109k to 95k BC is the expansion into Indochina, which is basically the area like Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, those countries. And then, even though it's a theory, it would still happen around this time. It's the Toba catastrophe, which is basically like a volcano which made a whole bunch of things happen. And then there's the Sangoan culture develops, and that is down in southern Africa. It's the first culture. Then in 64k BC, the first bone tools are developed. 50k BC is the second, what I'm going to call the second human migration, where it's like a sudden burst of migration everywhere. And then 44k BC, the humans reach Europe. And in 40k BC, Australia is populated for the first time. 37k BC, Aurignacian culture is developed along with stoneworking. It was a while ago that I watched the video, so I'm not quite sure where that showed up. And then early stoneworking in Mesopotamia, which is basically the area of Syria and Iraq and Jordan. And then there's the Aurignacian culture. Oh, right, Aurignacian culture is in Europe, and then by 30k BC, Aurignacian culture covers most of Europe. Also, if I mispronounce some cultures, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. And then 29k, Gravettian culture replaces Aurignacian. And then 20k BC, Sudotrian culture appears in French and Iberian landmass. And the Sanvi culture appears in Vietnam. Scandinavia is in its modern shape. Oh, actually, that was event number 20. Event number 19, it's 23 KBC, Australia, the first continent, is fully populated. Then it was that previous one I said. And then in 19 KBC, the Caribbean islands are in this modern shape, and also the Balkans. And event number 22, 8 KBC, South America is in modern shape, and the Eastern Mediterranean culture is developed. And the Great Lakes are formed. Humans reach America. The Sangoan culture disappears. The Zarzian culture appears near the Arabian Gulf. And the Persian Gulf is created. Oh, not the Arabian Gulf. It was the Persian Gulf. Also, if event number 23, 15 KBC, North America is in modern shape. Pottery starts in China, and the Argonesian culture disappears. The Magdalenian culture replaces Sidonian culture. Gravitian culture is restricted to Italy. And in 14 KBC, Asia is fully populated. Basically, that means every country. Hey, Abby.
Hey.
And so Asia is fully populated. That basically means all the countries are populated. The Trialeti culture appears in the Caucasus area, and the Temin culture, or no, it was the Gemin culture, appears in northern Japan. And then 12 KBC, South America is fully populated. It basically means all of South America is populated. 11 KBC, the Clovis and Swiderian cultures appear. Clovis is in North America, and Swiderian is Eastern Europe. 10 KBC, Azilian culture appears in Iberia. There's 2 North African cultures appear. There's 1 East African culture appears, and another 1 Scandinavian culture appears. I was having a hard time trying to make out what they actually were, because I just squint so much, and I couldn't quite make out. Alright, so in 9 KBC, the Fayum culture appears in Egypt. And 8.8 KBC, pottery religion appears. And then 8.5 KBC, Neolithicism appears in China, which is basically like pottery stuff, I believe. I'm not quite sure. And then the Folsom religion replaces Clovis religion, and then Savarian religion replaces the Magdalenium. 8.3 KBC, Scandinavian religion expands into Denmark. Then in 8200 BC, Neman culture replaces Swiderian. And 8 KBC, Konda culture shows up in the Baltics. The Plano culture shows up in North America. And you can't believe this. Las Vegas culture. Seriously, Las Vegas culture shows up in Ecuador. And pottery starts in Korea. And then in 7800 BC, Magdalenian culture appears in Denmark, Netherlands, and northern Germany. And then there's 7500 BC, Neolithicism appears in Anatolia, which is basically the area where Turkey is. And the Lepidvier culture appears in the Balkans. And a huge lake appears in Canada. How does that happen? And in 7400 BC, Catholicism disappears in China. All right. That is where we are going to end the video. If you enjoyed it, please give a big fat thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell for future videos. It really helps out the channel. And yeah, I will see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.